met you here. My name is Rafael.
My name is Joel.
Alright, and today we're going to do something different. So instead of testing lines, we actually got a different we got a realtor review.
Okay.
So let's see what we got in front of us. So
we got a reel that he bought a couple months ago.
Yep. It used it a few times.
Yeah.
Kind of broke it just to break it in. So let's see. What do I have in my hands? This is a Lews a speed spool. It's the bb2 Pro Series. I really like using it. It's a really fast. It's a really fast reel. It's a 7.1 to 1 gear ratio. It's got 9 plus 1 ball bearings.
Before you go to the description, what we're gonna do with it? We're gonna go test the rotation if it's really 711.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it's actually 711. I mean, it is pretty fast, but definitely good to check to see if it can prove itself.
How much?
It's 7.1 to 1.
How many inches does it take on a
per crank?
Per crank. How many inches does it take? And then how many inches does it take? 100 feet out.
Mm-hmm.
How many inches does it take? 150 feet out, right? So
yep.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna check the smoothness of the drag.
Mm-hmm.
Slow and fast.
Slow and fast. Yep.
Casting.
Max drag.
Casting. Mm-hmm. We're gonna open it up and
just kind of see what it looks like inside. Yep.
And we're gonna wrap it up, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Give our final conclusion. So yeah, like I said, it's a pretty fast.
So now you can bore them with the with the stats.
Okay,
so specs.
Yep. So you can rated online, it shows that it can fit 190 yards, 14-pound test line. Right now on here, I have the 50-pound super slick. It's got a lot of line on
we
here.
Measured it. It's 150 yards.
150 yards is
exactly,
450 feet.
Yes, 450 feet. So,
450 feet.
It's about 150 yards. Yes. Okay.
Yep. So yeah, you can fit a lot of line on here. The reel itself, it's the spool is really wide and very deep. So we're gonna show you exactly how deep it is.
All right, let me show you guys how deep it is right now because we got a footage of it. We're gonna show you right now when we're measuring the line. Just we measured the line actually. We took it all out and measured it on the lawn. So
yeah, we're gonna show you guys exactly what it looks like.
Let us show you right now how deep and how wide this thing is. Close up.
Okay. Hey guys, today we are showing you the Lews bb2 Pro Series speed spool, and so it's got a pretty wide spool. You can fit a lot of line in there.
It's not only wide; it's deep.
It's deep as well. Hold on, let me get a close up. There you go. All right, so we just came back from testing it outside. So Joel, what did we see?
You see how deep and how wide that thing is.
It's a big spool.
What's your impression of that deep spool? I mean,
it can hold a lot of line.
It does. Do you need that much line? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Do you need that much line? I mean, if you use a 65-pound, 80-pound, yes, I would say yes. Mm-hmm. For 50-pound.
For a 15-pound line, you're gonna put on the whole. Like if you buy the whole spool, you're just gonna reel it all onto your reel. So. I mean, is it really worth it? So for thicker lines, definitely is. Mm-hmm. Definitely is. So let's talk more about what we saw outside. So first,
let's go to the. You want to do the casting first? Yes.
Yeah, let's do the casting first.
Okay, let's show you guys the casting, and then we're gonna talk about it.
Okay, guys. So I'm gonna be casting the Lews reel on the Dobin's Fury Series rod. All right, let's do it. Take one. Some backlash. Some backlash, not too bad. Adjusted the brake just a little bit. I did it 1 tick higher. So let's see. Hopefully I don't get any backlash. I mean, the wind's really fighting us today. So let's see. All right, take 2. All right, very minimal backlash. That 1 tick really did a lot.
You want to take over this?
Yeah, can you walk over there? I was gonna say, you didn't pick up the lure there, did you? do another one. Alright, so casting. Joel tried casting, but since he's a lefty, he's kind of uncomfortable with trying to actually use it.
It's so windy out there. It's probably like 20, 30 miles an hour wind.
It was pretty windy, so it was a bit more difficult. I mean, this is I reel in lefty, so for me it's comfortable. It's made just for me.
It's more, but on a windy day, I mean, I set it up on a high tension and a high brake. It's still
it's still backlash.
Yeah.
Pretty bad
too. You gotta be really good. I mean, I'm not saying I'm pretty good at it, but I don't really.
I got used to.
I don't usually backlash, but I backlash on this one, and you don't usually backlash either.
Yeah, no, I did backlash the first 3 times. Just kind of. You gotta feel it out, get that fine tuning. Just gonna play the course you're on.
Yeah, but if on a windy day, it's like it's really
really smooth though.
It's harder to cast. Yes.
It is harder to cast, but I mean overall, I'd still say it's pretty smooth. Even though it's windy, it is still pretty smooth for casting.
But there's some the one that I use, most of the casting reel that I use on a windy day, I got no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because maybe it's not as deep and it's not as wide. So that's my thing. How about you?
I mean, for me, yeah, since it is wide, it's definitely different from the other reels we use.
Yes.
It's a different feel to it altogether.
Yes.
But it still feels more natural to me.
It's a little bit on the big side. So.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Let's go watch the
drag.
The drag test. How smooth it is on the drag. What we did is we put the fishing rod like this.
Yeah, we put it level.
We put it on a max drag. It didn't work out because it's digging in. We're gonna show you the video on that one. You know what? Let us show you the video on. It's like a 3 clips for the drag, right? We get 3 clips. The one that's the fast. The slow, the fast, and the one that digs in.
Yep.
All right, let's show you that one, and then we'll go from there.
It's the drag. It's on the rod itself is on a level, so it's not in fighting position. So we're gonna test the drag out. All right, see how smooth it is. Yeah. Alright guys, we're going to do the same drag test, except Joel's going to pull it really fast. It's the rod itself is level. It's not in fighting position. Alright Joel, go. Very fast. Woo! Look at him run. Running really fast. Okay guys, so now we're going to test the drag. Right now I'm keeping the rod straight, so it's not in the fighting position. It's on a level. It's level with the ground, so it's just going to be straight. Alright, pull.
Slow.
All right, do slow.
What happened?
It's not tugging. It dug in. Yep. All right, so I mean, what do you think about that drag? It really digs in, and you can feel it. You're pulling it. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah. It really digs in. When you have on max drag, since there's a lot of line on there.
Let me give you guys this. To make this thing possible, we have to take a TV outside and hook up the camera to the TV so we can see what's happening to the reel.
Yep.
And it came out amazing. So the first video that they see is the slow one first. The slow. So I walked slow consistently, and it went smooth.
Once I loosened the drag just a little bit, so it's not completely on max. Just kind of tweak it just a little bit. It did go pretty smooth.
The only thing that I would say it's so wide, like this reel, right? What happened is, for example, this is the spool. this is your line. When you're going inside that hole,
The eyelet.
you can hear the sound of the line.
Is the line that's being
yes.
fed out
Yes.
is pulling the rest of the lines,
On the
especially
center,
if
yes.
the eyelet, especially if the eyelet is not on the center. If you have it all the way to the side, it's pulling all the lines towards it.
Yes.
So it can cause problems.
On the,
So you just have to be mindful with
yeah.
how it's set.
On the second test, we do the fast
The
test.
fast test.
And actually, I was running.
Yep, Joe was running. It was pretty smooth, and then it did end up kind of digging in towards the end.
Yeah.
Joe kind of let go. But yeah, overall, initially it was going smooth, and then it did dig in the end.
Yep, because he got a lot of line, and braid is soft, and it's like, once you put pressure on top,
It's kind of digging in, and then it gets pressure.
The inside it gets mush. So once he finds a space in there, it will just go inside. So.
Yep.
Third one I'm just going to show you is the actual first test that we did.
That's
just
really
dig in right away.
That's on max. Max,
Yeah.
you can barely turn anymore. Maybe
Yes.
one or two more clicks, but it is on max.
All right, and then the next test we're going to give you guys is like the
like how many
how many
per crank?
times per crank, and then we're going to measure
How much line?
how many inches per crank.
Mm-hmm.
On a full spool, on 100 foot, and a 150 foot.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, let's go do that right now.
Alright, so now we're going to test the gear ratio and see if it can uphold the 7.1 to 1 rated gear ratio that it is being marketed for. So let's test it out. So we got the tape mark right there. So let's see how many turns it makes. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 point.
All right, on the full spool, let's do it. One crank.
All right, one crank.
$33 inches.
Like 33 and a half, I want to say. Alright, so right now we have just unspooled 100 feet out of the reel. So when you cast, let's say 100 feet already came out of the reel. So we are going to measure now how many inches I'm reeling in per crank after there's line.
Yeah, for example, you
out.
cast 100 foot.
Yeah, after you cast 100 feet, how much line you're actually reeling in.
Yeah.
So that's what we are going to measure right now. So let me just set it up.
Sure, I'm on 0.
Okay.
I'm on 0.
Okay, good to go?
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
Okay, let's do it. One crank.
32
32.
and a half.
Yeah, 32 and a half. So, yeah, it did make a dent.
Yeah,
It's one inch less.
Yeah,
okay, so it
1
did
inch
make
less.
a dent.
Alright, it's 7.1 to 1 gear ratio.
Yep.
We tested it out. We showed you guys the video. That's good. That's a check mark right there. And the 100 foot, we didn't decide to do the 150. Why?
Because it's too small of a difference. Since this is a very big spool, it was a very minimal distance. With 100 feet already taken out, it only made 1 inch of difference.
Because it's a wide spool.
Because it's a wide spool,
It
there's a
doesn't
lot
really
of line in there, and
it doesn't really
it's
take
not-
the
yeah.
height. Yes, that much.
Mhm.
It's only 1 inch difference, right?
because it's wide, yeah, the depth, it doesn't change too much.
So the fish rods, you still get the speed that you need, 32 inches, right?
Yep.
32 and a half, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with that being said, we're going to open it up. Stay tuned, and
We'll show you guys what the inside of it looks like.
well, what the inside look like. I mean, I'm used to opening Abu Garcias, and he used to break them, so
I didn't break them at all. I don't know what
we're
you're
gonna,
talking about.
we're gonna check out what's inside here, and if it looks almost similar, I'm gonna check the gears. I think it's the gears, the drag system.
Here, we're gonna check everything out.
Yeah. All right.
There you guys see.
All right. Let's watch it right now.
Alright guys, so we're just about to pop open the Lews reel. I just want to give you a quick run around, show you guys what it looks like all the way around. So this is the front. This is the brake system. So you see you have a lot of settings for the braking. That's the back. It's really pretty real, isn't it? And then right there you have the tensioner as well as an indicator, so that way you can kind of remind yourself what kind of line you're using. Alright, so let's pop this baby open.
Pull this knob. This up.
Alright, so show 'em. Okay, that's what the magnetic brake looks like. So if you adjust the magnetic braking system, you see right there, starts adjusting. Just show them more towards the camera. You're kind of running away from the camera again.
It's hard to this thing. So okay.
All right, there you go. Yep. Yeah. All right, there you go. Yep. See. So you have the brake system as well as the centrifugal brake system right there. You see the blue little tabs. They're adjustable, so you also have a centrifugal braking system.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. You get the bearing right here.
Mm-hmm.
You got one bearing right there, and that's inside. There you go.
There you go. It's a really nice reel.
It's made in Korea. So now Joel's gonna take it completely apart, maybe break it. I don't know. Let's see what he does. Don't break my baby now. Alright. I like the pattern on the handle. It looks pretty cool, right? It's just overall really eye appealing. What? Hey, you making fun of me? I'm just, it's eye candy, man. It's so pretty. That's carbon fiber.
Look at the pattern, man. It looks pretty, doesn't it?
Carbon fiber looks like.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it looks pretty, right? Don't diss my baby.
Okay, it's a left-hand screw, so it means lefty tighty,
righty loosey.
Okay. And just like your brain.
Are you saying my brain's on backwards?
Yeah. All right. To take these off, I usually hold
the drag system.
Yeah, hold this, and you know what? It's easier if you just go like this. Oh, that's
you're losing everything. Make sure you don't lose every part, man.
Okay. Oh, no.
You're turning it the wrong way.
Everything is a lefty. My bad.
No worries. Right, there you go.
Uh-oh. Alright.
Beautiful.
You can see it's like high quality right there.
And why is that? Why would you say that, Joe? Show it to the camera more.
Yeah, as you can see, there's like a plastic guard in there for the clicker.
Mm-hmm.
First time I saw that. Okay, this is your
the spacers and
drag. Right, that's part of it. Okay, you take these off. bet you this one is plastic too. Yep. See?
Mm-hmm.
Usually it's just like a piece of metal that's like, you know, it's almost gonna come up.
Yeah, so this is really well made.
Yeah. It's nice. Okay. Let's start opening it up. See if it's sealed.
It's really screwed on there tight, huh? That or the screwdriver's just way too big.
Only screws on this side, it's only one. Okay.
Looks like it. You're taking that main body piece apart. It's still not coming off. What's holding it?
Something. This screw.
That screw. It's still not coming out.
Okay. There you go. What's holding you together?
It seems a bit more complicated than initially, than how it initially looked, right?
Something is holding.
Is it this piece?
No, it's supposed to come out. See?
Oh, yeah, that's the shank. Yeah. So maybe from the other side.
Everything is loose already, so there's no screw in the middle.
Oh, what about that screw?
Well, let's take this out.
That's it. Okay. That's for the level line.
No, let's take this guard out.
Ah, the guard. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, don't want to pull it too tight. Was that it? Ah, that was it. Okay. Whoop. There you go.
That's the inside. It's pretty nice and neat. Okay.
Spick and spam.
Okay. Yeah, we're just gonna show you the gears. Alright. First manufacturer that I see, they don't overkill it with grease.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too greasy. It looks like.
Alright. The drag system is in the bottom here. This is the drag system. You see that? That's like the belt. And this is your gear. And then you got another drag belt on the bottom right there. It's just a drag washer on the bottom. Okay? So that's basically it. Like, you know what? Everything, like, you know, the gears inside here is plastic, and you see that on most of the reels. I'd say,
it's
and
nothing
then
new.
you got like a yellowish gear right there inside. You see that in most of the reels too. So this one is usually white plastic on the Abu Garcia, and this one is like orange plastic, and you get 2 springs most of the reels. And this is like the only thing that I don't like on most of the reels. And this one, I don't know, it looks too skinny. This spring right here, when this thing pops, when this thing breaks, this usually is the first one to go. This thing breaks usually.
So if something's wrong with the reel, it's usually that.
Most of the time, not
Okay.
like if you got a weak gear, then it's either this too. Okay, but the tensioner over here, usually you have a double. This one got a single, and you only have one right there. So okay,
Yes.
hopefully it's like that strong.
Hopefully it'll hold up.
Yeah, and then this, you got another one right here. This one is a lot thicker. This one is a lot thicker, as you can see, than this one. Okay, usually you got another one on the other side that holds it right here. Okay, this design doesn't. Okay, and that's the inside, and we're gonna put it back together and we're gonna wrap it up.
Yep. Final conclusion.
Yeah, you got I mean, you got decent it looked like it's a hardened brass or something. I don't know, but it looks decent, this thing. You cannot really never tell if this is gonna go bad quick or not by just looking at it, because like we had one certain brand that we used last year, and we had 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 of them.
We thought it was great. We opened it up like this, and
that's the first thing that went.
It went like this too went, and it's like you can't even recover it anymore. It's like you know, it's I called the manufacturer, changed the gears. We changed the gear. After a month, it did the same thing. So, all right. I'll see you guys later. We come back and
Wrap it up.
wrap it up. Now we just dissect this reel right here.
Right down to the nitty gritty, all nuts and bolts.
Yes, all the bearings and stuff. So, I mean, the build quality, I think, is. I'll give it a. What do you think?
I think a 7.5 out of 10 or 8
a
out
B
of 10.
plus. A B plus, I would say.
8 out of 10.
Yeah, it's good quality. The only main concern is no gasket. The water can get in. What else?
Well, I'm not going swimming with the fishes. I'm just getting them out of the water.
You know what? When you do fishing, eventually it's gonna get wet, especially if you're in a kayak.
Yep.
So it's gonna get dumped in there one way or the other. It's not like it's not like a cell phone. You put it on your pocket and just.
At least it's stainless steel in there.
Yes. So.
That's one thing I am happy about.
Now what else? What else can you say about this? I mean, the gear looks looks like it's gonna last, but just like what I say, you cannot tell until you put some time on it.
Once you actually put some pressure on it, you're actually using it out there, because that's when you're actually gonna use full force. You're taking the fish out of the water. You're actually really gonna use it up. So we'll see how long the gear lasts.
Yeah. So.
Was this boring you? Am I boring you?
I got you know what? I only got 2 hours sleep in 2 days, so.
Yeah, trying to get this done.
Yeah, so I've been editing for you guys, so I'm still gonna edit 5 more videos. But we're not talking about that.
Yeah,
so,
that'll be later on.
Yeah,
So it'll be a surprise.
All right, so guys, rate this reel.
I'd say, you know what? I'd say solid overall 9 out of 10.
I would
I'd say 9 out of 10. I mean,
It might be a 9 out of 10 if I knew it got a brake system inside. That you didn't tell me because it's windy outside. We should have turned on the brake. It's all on off anyway.
It's centrifugal and
Don't know that the inside when it's windy, you gotta turn on the brakes inside.
I
Not
never
only
bothered with
magnetic
centrifugal.
brakes,
I always
okay.
bothered with the magnetic. I never tinkered with centrifugal.
So that's the cause of backlashing on us. Most of my real, I get mostly Abu. It's only magnetic. So
Yeah, I never
Yes.
all of my reels were magnetic,
So-
hybrid. So I never really bothered with the centrifugal. So I guess that definitely could have. I mean, would have been a different outcome, just a little bit, not too much.
Yes.
But I'd say I rate it a 9 out of 10
If
because
you turn that thing on, it's gonna be a lot shorter cast too.
Yeah.
So that will affect it too.
I mean, like towards the end, like that last cast, I just need to pull it back and done.
Yeah. So
No backlash, really. So, I mean, I want to just explain why I gave it a 9 out of 10. I mean, I gave it a 9 out of 10 because for me, it's comfortable. It feels right. When I cast it, there's no problem whatsoever. Reason why it's not a full 10 out of 10 because it does dig in with the drag, especially since the spool is wide. When the drag is working, it's grabbing all the lines and it has a tendency to dig in. There's a lot of line on there. So I never really need to worry about like losing the line or not being able to cast far enough because there's not enough line. But there's also a downside to it, which is also a little too much line on there.
too much line in there. Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
I mean, if you're using much thicker braided lines, then it's definitely be worth it. But it don't use anything under 40, 50, I'd say.
Don't use under 65. I would say this
65?
is
You
even.
think it's still too thin?
Yeah, it's still too thin. Yes. So it's for bigger conclusions for bigger
For bigger
higher
lines.
pound capacity
Yeah.
lines. I mean, good quality, smooth. I wish you would change it to a ceramic bearing, but you probably
In due
not.
time. In due
So,
time, we'll see.
The build quality is nice. It's crisp. Got some flaws on it, so.
So what's your out of 10? What's your
I
point
mean,
rating?
you know what? It's not fair for me to rate it because it's a lefty and I'm a righty.
I guess, yeah, that's fair. That's
So-
fair, so you didn't really get the
so-
full experience of it.
Yes. So, but my only complaint about it is, it's too big of a spool, and it's not for me. That's what I'm saying. So
That's
what? It's a good high quality reel, but it's not for me.
Okay.
All right. So that's
Fair.
the thing. So.
Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I guess we'll see you guys next time.
So
This was Amateur Fishing Adventure.
thank you for watching.
And please subscribe if you guys want to see more. Let us know what you want to see.
Have a good day, and
We'll see you next time.
Later.